Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having another wonderful and blessed day. My title for this video is Change. Change. And so you guys are going to love this because this is really an interesting thought, right? Because a lot of people, especially we've heard this a lot and in a lot of things right now, is that people are scared to change. They don't want things to change. They want everything to stay the same. And I'm like, in my mind, hi Kai, hi Dustin. And in my mind, I'm like, what? I want everything to change for me. I want my status to change. I want my health to change. I want my relationships to get better. I want my income to get better. I want to help more children than I did last year. Everything. I love changing addresses. I love getting new cars. I want to change everything to the better. To the better. So I'm like, there's so many people. I'm going to post a post here, but these are like the top 10 quotes that I actually seen before I jumped on here. And, a lot of people think that change is hard, when in reality, change is easy. And I'll give you some examples. Hi, Ola. Hi, Eric. Hi, Peter. How you doing? Hi, Zoltan, Pam, Nicholas, John, Craig, Mr. Jackman, Peter, Lisa, Dustin, and Kai. So hello, everybody. It's so cool. So one of the things, hi, my son. Love and appreciate you. So, it just really blows my mind why people fight so hard to not allow change to happen in their lives. It's mind-boggling to me. And I said I would give you a quick, easy example because I love sharing this with people, right? And so, all of a sudden, let's say that something out of the ordinary happens to you, all right? So what ends up happening to you is all of a sudden you go to your job or you're notified by your job, or a lot of people that showed up in a parking lot for a Toys R Us, and all of a sudden there's a sign there with a chain around the door. And what it says is Toys R Us are no longer in business. We thank you for your love and support, and we're no longer a company. And there's always three groups of people in the world. I always say there's three. There's one group that is oblivious of what's happening. And that's a personal choice. They can choose to just do nothing. Then there's a second group that is turns into victim. In fact, Jenna Zwago made a post about this. And it's like, they didn't tell me, and why did this happen? And oh, woe is me. Every single change that happens, they take personal. Like the company and the board members sat around and went, how can we mess with Craig? You know what I mean? We got to figure out how to mess with Craig Jackman today. It's like, if you knew how little people did think about you, and it's because they got all these other pressures that are going on in their lives. Then the last group is the group that I consistently look for. The people that are open-minded, they're always interested. Your mind doesn't work if it's not a parachute. They're constantly looking at optimism. They're moving ahead. They're always moving ahead, right? And so, these people are like running to their cars. They're speeding out of there. They're, burning rubber, getting out of the parking lot to be the first person at the employment agency. They're the first person scouring for jobs. They're the very first people that are going to all the sites that have to do with job, because they're going to beat everyone to the next job. And here's one thing that's really remarkable with change, is we also associate change with something worse, with something, bad. And it's not. One of the things that I see constantly in life is, let's say, for instance, your company called you up and it's a good job. You got a really good job. And they pull you in the office, and they said, we got some good news and some bad news. Okay, give me the bad news first. We're closing down this office, and we're moving it to a city that you're not in. They're moving it to Houston. They're moving it to Denver. They're moving it to Miami. They're moving it to San Diego. And so they tell you, and the girl goes, oh my God, you're closing this down? And they go, yeah, but what's the good news then? Well, the good news is we'll pay for your move there, help you get set up and everything in a home. And also we want to give you a raise. We want to give you a raise and also benefits. Let me think about it. See, there's a lot of people that go, oh my God, I got to share this news with my spouse. I got to share this news with my children. I got a lot of things that I got to think about if I'm going to make this transition. But guess what? You got to make it. You got to make it. You can't stay there. They're moving the business. And now I'm going to get a little, sad here for just a moment. Can you imagine everything in your life just going awesome? Or maybe it's just going, like a term I've said before. A lot of people die at the age of 25. They just don't get buried till their late 70s or 80s or later. The reason why is they get in this conformity. They get in this, hamster cage and this hamster wheel, this gerbil wheel, and they just get on it and they won't get off. They don't want anything to change. In this whole industry, what I do is I love teaching people how to make that transformation, how to make that change from going to making a little bit of money to making a little more money to getting out of debt, to actually being in a position where you now are making more than you're making at your job. And now what you can do is continue to raise that income or don't. But change is so important in life. One of the things that I love telling people all the time is how many of you remember Blockbuster? Blockbuster was so funny because they even had a documentary about Blockbuster. And it always happens where someone turns around and they say, oh, you know what? Guess what? People are now streaming online. That's so stupid. And then all of a sudden, what is it called? Redbox and Blockbuster and all these video stores. The next thing they know, oh, wait a minute. I guess this is catching on. And then what they do is they try to change, but it's too late. It's like all of a sudden, it's just too late. And you guys see this all the time. I know a lot of people may or may not. I know that Craig will know about this, but a lot of people, we used to watch the Academy Awards. I said used to. Getting pretty crazy now. And so we used to watch the Academy Awards, and the reason why is my son Matthew just loves movies, loves books, just really, really loves the arts. And so, all of a sudden you're watching the Academy Awards. Where did they always hold them? They held them at the Kodak Theater. The Kodak Theater. And so all of a sudden, Kodak cameras, you guys remember cameras? Camera? And then all of a sudden, one day, everybody went, you know what? They're coming out with digital. People are not going to want film anymore. They're not going to want cameras anymore. And Kodak went, it's just a phase. It's just a fad. It's not going to change. And then all of a sudden, they can't afford to put their name on the theater anymore. So does anybody know what the name of the Kodak Theater is now? Anyone? Bueller? I thought Craig would know this right away. It's now called the Dolby Theater. And so one of the amazing things about this is change is just something that I love. when I learned to look for it, be excited about it. And I hope that you feel this next part is good as me. But, let's take it, not yet, a little darker. Can you imagine all of a sudden finding out that a country is attacking your country? Are we going to stay or are we going to go? See, no one likes change. But can you imagine you're in a position in life right now, unless you live in Ukraine or Russia, you know what? You can make the choice before it gets bad. Wouldn't it have been great to make the change to actually have another side hustle when the inflation hit? Wouldn't it be great to have money and a number of different places so you had the freedom that if something happens in your area, you just pack and go to someplace nicer, someplace safer? Oh, don't forget to take all of your friends, take all of your family. That's how you can do it if you focus on making things different. But I that just floors me that there's people in this planet that still will not change who they are, what they're doing. Because I want to tell you guys this, and please listen, please share this with everyone you know. If you make a decision, you haven't lived your best life yet. You haven't had your best moments yet. You haven't had your best experiences yet. And I don't care how old you are when you watch this or where you live, you have not led your best life yet. You thought that you're happy now, that you're optimistic now, that you're fulfilled now, that you're joyous now. My God, you can take your life to a whole different level. But when you take your life to a different level, your relationships with people that you love, your personal development, your skills, your belief in yourself, your attitude, your optimistic, your positivity, your ability to track the right things into your life, you haven't even seen your best life yet. You haven't even experienced your best life yet. And when I figured this out, every day, all day, I'm just so excited about change. I embrace it. I'm not scared of it. I like to figure it out as I go. I know that it has a lot to do with faith because it's the unknown. You don't know what you don't know. So moving forward, it's like difficult. There's a lot of people that are on here. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Ola. Monique, thank you very much. I see Jean in here. Thank you so much. All you people that are on here, I mean, you guys all know, if you're not yourself, hi, Gina, it's like we want to change a little bit. We just want to change a little bit when it comes to our health and maybe losing weight or getting in better shape. We just want to change a little bit. And so years ago, I'll share this, guys, with you. It blew my mind because my whole focus and my direction, again, was to be a crew chief and as a professional racer for the Penske organization. I didn't care if it was Formula One, NASCAR, IndyCar, Drake cars. I didn't care. But I just wanted to be a crew chief. And all of a sudden, milliseconds, something happens. I get hurt on a job. And then I have doctors tell me that I'll be lucky if I can support my weight again on how bad I messed up my knee. Hey, a mechanic is not going to be the deal for you. And I just immediately went, wow, I don't know what to do. My identity. People would walk up to me, hi, my name's Greg. What's yours? My name's Bobby. Bobby, what do you do? I'm a mechanic. I work on cars. That's it. So now all of a sudden when your identity changes and you got to change. I'll throw this one out there really quickly. 100% the reason that I feel relationships end, go into divorce, people go their separate ways, is because people don't want to change. They don't want to change at all. And so now when you're in a relationship, if one person's changing but you're not changing, you grow apart very, very, very quickly. And so I'm going to challenge you to embrace change. I'm going to challenge you to, as new things come forward, the reason I'm so excited and jacked up is I was blessed to be on a Inner Circle Zoom this morning with Josh and Jenna. And they were showing us all the new enhancements and all the new things that MDC is going to have, the Web 2.0. And I'm telling you, every change is exciting to me. Every new thing that we're focused on, everything to take this company not only to $1 billion, but the number of lives that we're going to be able to change, the number of people that I'll be able to change. And there's going to be a lot of people in the next month or so that are going to really, really be sort of messed up in the head. Because they're going to go, they're not doing that anymore. Oh, they changed that. Oh, why? And they'll just be a victim. They'll just be a victim, and they'll take it personal. When I see companies make this kind of shift and this kind of move, there's going to be people that are going to quit because they've been looking for a reason to quit. There's not a perfect company that's owned by perfect people that have perfect uplines. There's not that. So I understand and have faith in the direction our company's going. And then all of a sudden I see some posts from other leaders and other network marketing companies and other direct sales companies, other affiliate companies. Wow, we got this new technology coming out. And I'm going, wow, there's companies that want to be cutting edge, want to move forward. I mean, a lot of you probably seen this writing on the wall, and I'll end with this statement, is all of a sudden when Mark Zuckerberg steps up and says, listen, we're changing the name of our company. We're going from Facebook to Meta. A lot of people don't know, my son educated me on this. Facebook and Mark Zuckerberg own a majority of all visual, the virtual reality world. And they're going to go there with or without us. Did you hear me? They're going to go to Meta and the metaverse. They're going to go there without you and I. Just like they went to wireless. I never thought I'd be watching a TV with no cable. Because I used to have a black and white TV that had 3 channels. Had the rabbit ears on it. Change always happens. So I'd like you to look at those 10 quotes. It was funny, one of them that I had up there, Wayne Dyer. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. I just find these amazed, man, just totally amazed. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Churchill, to improve the change, to be perfect, to change often. So to improve is the change. To be perfect is to change often. If you don't like something, change it. If you don't change it, change your attitude toward it. Maya Angelou. These things are just amazing. If there is no struggle, there is no progress. Frederick Douglass. Gandhi, you must be the change you see in this world. I just love that. Everybody wants the world to change. They just don't want to change. And so I could go on and on and on here with these. I think there was one, John F. Kennedy. Change is a law of life. And those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. Wow. Change is the law of life. And those who look only to the past or the present are certain to miss the future. John F. Kennedy. Just Oh, look at here. Here's one from Elon Musk. Some people don't like change, but you need to embrace change is that if the alternative is a disaster. And I love this. What a great one to end with. You know, some of you have heard it, but you know, serenity prayer. You know, God grant me the sincerity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I hope each and every one of you get that. I know that you can change. You just have to make a decision. And I seen Aaron Parker on here. I mean, that is his biggest things, man. It's just, you know, listen, make a decision. Just make a decision. And me and him talk about, you know, sports and stuff all the time. And, you know, all of a sudden, if Aaron goes to the next CrossFit training, and in that CrossFit training, they go, guess what? We're changing the things that we're doing. Okay, I quit. Or no, what are those things? Because they're constantly changing. What I forget that show that's out there where the challenges are, where they go through the obstacle course. It's like I can hear the guy screaming it. It's just not hitting in my head. Terry, you know what it is? No. Where they're jumping on all the stuff and swinging. The guy goes, "Welcome to America Ninja Warrior." Oh, thank you, honey. American Ninja Warrior. You know what I mean? And it's like they gotta change it up. Why? Because these people figure out which ones they are, and then they master them. They even build them in their backyards. And so it's not really fair to someone that's got something in their backyard and they're practicing. Then they show up, and thank you, Craig. But, you know, embrace change. I know you can do it. I love and appreciate you. Got 2 trainings. No, I'll be doing a video tomorrow at noon, but 8 o'clock. Look on my Facebook wall. At 8 o'clock tomorrow, I'm doing a training with David Scully and Todd Falcone, Dr. Dana. And I'll be on there. It starts right at 8 Pacific time. So what is that, 11 Eastern time? I posted that on my wall. Make sure you look at it. And I want to thank each and every one of you on here. I love and appreciate you. And thank you so much for watching. Please share this with other people so they can learn to focus on wanting things to change. I want everything in your life to be better, don't you? And I know you can do it. I believe in you. If no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.